Hey, what's up, guys? Yesterday we saw how to build a backend, and in this tutorial we will see how to build a front end. Okay, so for that purpose, I will go to the my blog website, and over here I will be building the front end, and for front end purpose, we'll be making use of the white. So I will say npm create white. So this will create a front end repository with the help of the white. So I have to give the name of my repo, then I have to select React over here because it's a React repository. Then I will hit enter. I will be making use of JavaScript, so I will select the JavaScript. And now front end has been created. I will just go to the front end and then I will do the npm install. So now my front end repository has been created. So in order to run the front end, I will use npm run dev again. And let me just show you what is there in the front end. So this is the default code. So whatever modules that we have installed with the npmi and some of the dependencies like the React and React DOM, all those packages will be installed inside of the node modules. And the public folder basically contains like data related to storing the images or some CSS files and all. Like few people they store the CSS file like the images and everything in this. But when it comes to the React, we store a CSS file inside of the SRC, or we create the components and the pages we just store along with them. Okay, but let's not go dive deep into the public folder. Then we have the SRC folder where our main component files lie, and we have the assets in which we can store the assets like the images or SVGs, like whatever that is, we can just store them inside of this. And our app.js file is there, which has some basic code, and then the index.css, which are like root CSS file. And we have the main.jsx file, which is like an entry point in our application. So let me just copy this localhost over here. I will come and paste it in the browser, and I'll be able to see some basic code. So this basic code is because of this, I will remove this and I will blog website. I will give this as output, and I'm getting this output over here. Okay, so it is coming at the middle of the page because of this some default CSS which is already there. What we can do right now is we will remove this and remove this as well. So now it is not having any default CSS. Now it will come at the top left corner. So now what I will do inside of the SRC, SRC basically has a component as a pages. So component pages, services or utils, whatever that is. So I will create one folder as a pages over here, and then I will create one more components. So these are the two folders which I have created right now, and there will be one more folder known as services. Okay, so these are the three folders which I have created. Inside of the pages, I will create few pages. First page which I will create is homepage.jsx, and inside the homepage, I use the RFC over here. I am having my home page, and I will give the heading as a home page over here, and then we are having the login page. Login page.jsx. I will again create one function, and let me just give the title as a login page only. And then we will have the register page to register the user. So This is my registered page. I will open this RFC, and then I will have my create post page. So these are some of the pages which I've created with some default text. And now we have to go to the router process. Okay, so in order to routing, like if suppose I want to go to the create post page, home page, login page, register page, we have to create the routes. So now what I will do, should I just comment this code? I will comment it as of now. And in this app component of ours, first of all, I will import React from React, and then I will be using the React router DOM. So I will say import browser router from React router DOM. So this is the package which will be making use of, and I will import the browser router as a router. Then I will import the route as well and routes as well. Router and routes. Okay, so these are some of the things which you will import. And now I have to import the pages what I have created. So I will say import home, login, register, profile. So it's a home page. We have to give this name. So this is the create post page. Where is that create post? Home page create post. Login page also I have to import. And we have the register page over here. So I will come over here and import that as well. So now I'm getting some error with respect to the browser. Home page, it is throwing error with respect to the home page. Let me see this issue. Okay, import was wrong. So since we are making use of the React router DOM, we have to install that first. So I will go to the front end and I will install this dependency React router DOM. And yeah, it should resolve the issue. Yeah, the error has gone now. And now when it comes to this internal part, I will be writing my code over here, okay, for routing purpose. So first of all, I will import the route over here, router, and then I have to specify the routes, okay. So I will specify the routes like this. So if suppose my route is just a forward slash, I will go to the home page. And if I want to create the post, it should be forward slash create. And this create post component will be called. And for login purpose, if I want to log in, I will call the login page component. And if I want to register, I will call the register page component. Okay. So this is how the routing process takes place. So let me just show you what am I talking about. So as can be seen, this is just a normal route with the forward slash, and here it is saying if it's a forward slash go to the home page, which is this page. Okay, so that's why I'm getting the output as home page over here. And if suppose I want to register, then I will come over here. I will say register. Then I will go to the register page. Okay, so now if I show you this component, it is having this after the register page, which is this thing. And if suppose I want to go to login page, I will put the forward slash login, and then I will be diverted to this login page. Okay, so this is how this routing process of the pages takes place. I want to create a post. I will give the forward slash create, and it will take me to create post page over here. Okay, so yeah, so this is the basic routing process in which we can navigate to the pages, different pages. So now let's just do one thing. Let's start building our application. Okay, so we will start with the register page. So when it comes to this register page, I will declare some variables. I will say constant. I want first take the input as a username. I will say username, set username over here, and I will make use of the use statehood, and default value will be null over here. So use state has been automatically imported. Then I will take a few more variables. Let me just go to the models of the users. Users has the username, email, and password over here in the backend as can be seen. So I will go to my register page, and I will create three variables. One for username, second for email. Then I will do something like the set email, and then we have the password. I will do something like this set password. Okay. So these are the three variables which I'll be making use of to store the username, email, and the password over here. And now I will come down below to writing my code. So first of all, I will make use of the form, and I will make use of the form element over here. So it will be like a submit kind of form, and I'm getting this some default inputs over here. So my input type first will be text to set the username. Then the second will be is of input type email, and third will be of password. Okay, so if I save this and if I go to the register, so this is how my register page looks. So now what I will do, I will create the sections over here. Okay, for taking the input like the text, username, email, and the password. So for that purpose, what I will do, I will create one div over here. First, div will be for taking the username. So my first label will be username. So user will go entering the username over here. So it would look something like this, like the username. And let me just replicate this. So for email, I will cut this. I will paste it over here. And I will say email. And third will be the password, so which I will paste it over here. I will save this. So now I am having these three parameters which will take the username, email, and the password, and we have the register button over here. So register button should be of type submit. Okay, so once when the user fills all these details and click on the clicks on the register button, user should this data should be passed on to something. Okay, so for that purpose, we have this on submit attribute which will call some function over here. Okay, so for that purpose, I will declare one function. I will say constant handle submit. So this is basically my function. It's a async function. It will carry out the asynchronous operations. So let me just see what it is fetching. So yeah, so e dot prevent default, e dot prevent default because whenever we click on this button, which is right now the register button, the page gets refreshed, but we don't want our page to refresh, so that's why e dot prevent default. Then we do something like constant response is equal to await fetch will be fetching this particular route, and our method is of type post. Okay, and header is content type application JSON because it's also JSON type for data. And inside of the body, we will stringify and send username, email, and password. So these are some of the data which we will send, and this is how our user will be getting registered. So we will call this function on submit over here. We will save this, and we also want our backend to run so that it is taking this user. So I will do something like the cd backend. cd backend, and I will do npm run dev. So now my backend is running, and let me see whether the user is been registered or not. So I will check my console. So as of now, once the user has been registered, whatever data of the response I'm getting of this, I am just consoling out this data. Okay. So I will give the username as Akshay12, Akshay12 at gmail.com, and my password will be something simple. Then I will register. So since the user has been registered, that's why I got this token. Okay. So now let me just show you where the user has been registered. Let me just go to the MongoDB Compass. Let me just connect. Log website is there. I will go to the users, and it's actually to the user is there. Okay, so that means user has been registered. So our now registered page is ready. If you want, you can apply some styling to this and make this page look a little bit better. But as of now, I won't be doing that. I will go to the login page and I will show you how to design the login page. So now when it comes to login page, whichever user has been registered, the user will try to log in. Okay. So now I will go to my login page, and I will copy some code. I will be in need of the email and the password. So I will copy to this same code over here with the email and the password. And then again, this code will be same. Okay. So when it comes to the this part, only username will be there. Otherwise, rest of the part is same, like the email and the password. So over here, what is happening, like whenever we enter the email, so let me just take example of the register only. So in the register, we have these three fields like input type text, and the value is equal to username, and on change is basically called whenever we type something inside of this field, we are changing the stuff inside of this input field. Okay, so that time this on change function is on change attribute gets triggered, and then it will set the username. Okay, so e dot target dot value. So e dot target dot value basically notifies the, I mean, it tells like pick up the value of this input field. Okay, so this input field which basically takes the username, it will take the value, as right now value is Akshay12, and it will assign that value to the set username, and this is how my username gets set over here, which we are then stringifying and sending to the backend via this route. Okay, So this is how this set username works, and same happens in the email. So value is basically, if suppose so you have given some value over here like username 1 2 or whatever that is, and let me just refresh the page. So now value has been given as a username 1 2 because this is the default value which I have given, okay, and I have assigned that value is equal to username. So that's why we are able to assign that value over here. If I'm just removing this, if I'm saving, if I come over here and refresh the page, that value won't be here, okay? That value is not there. So if you want the default value to be assigned, you have to give the value is equal to whatever is the variable. Same happens to the email and password as well. So yeah, so this is how this form is working right now. And let me just go back to the login page. So we have the label as the email and the password over here, which will take the email and the password, and name of my button will be login. So I will go to the login now. Okay, so I have not imported the use state. So I will copy this only. I will come over here and I will paste it. I have imported the use state. This error should probably go now. Handle function is not defined. Handle function. Okay, so I have not defined the function. So anyways, I will come over here and I will define the function. So I will write my handle submit function over here. So for that purpose, we have to make a API call. But I have one much better way to represent this. So what we can do is we can go inside of the services and we can create the services over here. I will say api.jsx, and inside of this api.jsx, I will import the Axios from Axios over here. First, I will import the Axios. Then I will define my API URL, and my API URL is basically the endpoint of my backend, and my backend is running on localhost 5000 and /API I will give. So this is my main API point over here, and all the functions to the register, login, create, post, and all I will be defining it over here, okay, or to get the post. So and I will be exporting that. So I will do something like constant register, and this is the async operation which will be registering the user. So I will do one thing. I will say constant response is equal to await. I will do the axios dot post because I'll be posting the data to the database. And over here, I will give my API point. I will put this API URL over here, API URL, and I want to register my user. So I will say auth and register because I'm registering my user. And we have already seen how to make use, how to register user and all in our yesterday's tutorial. So let me just show you the Postman. Okay, for registration purpose, this is the route over here, which is localhost 5000 /API /auth register, and we will be making use of the same endpoint. So up till here, we have this command, which is API URL, then forward slash or forward slash register. We have to pick it up from here. Okay. So this is our API endpoint, and then we will pass on the data. Okay, and the data will be user data, which we will pick up from the front end side, whatever is been entered by the user. Then we will return the response.data, whatever is the response which we are getting from the API call. We will return that response.data over here. Then we will replicate the same for the login. Instead of the register, I will say login over here to log in the user, and you will take the user data, and instead of the login, it will be register. So let me just show you the login part. So it is this particular part, and it will take the user data. So our login part has also been done, and now I will modify this to create the post. Okay, so I will come over here, and instead of the login, I will say create post over here, and when it comes to the create post, it will take the first parameter, the post data, and then the token which is needed for verification purpose. So first of all, what I will do, I will create the config variable over here, and when it comes to the config variable, I have the headers. So inside of the headers, we pass our token and all. So inside of the headers, I will give the X auth token, and it will take the token from the front end side from where we will be passing it. Okay, so this is all about it, and then the response. When it comes to the response for post, let me just see. It's just a forward slash API forward slash post. So this is not required. Just with the post over here, and first parameter it will take is the post data, and second is this config, because we need to authenticate the user before creating any post. It's a token over here. Okay, so now I think this is fine. We'll get a response, and then we'll return this response to data. And the next what we have is to get all the posts. Okay, so I will create one more function to get post, and it will basically return me all the posts which are there in my DB. So for that purpose, I will again make use of the same endpoint over here. It will not take any payload. Okay, so in the second parameter, we mostly pass the payload. It will not take payload because it is returning the post from the database. Okay, so now I will export all these functions like the register, login, and all. So I will export all these functions that have been created by me, and I'm exporting this because I want to import them. Okay, so this is not required. So yeah, I think all my functions are ready right now. So first of all, let me just go to the register page over here. In the register page, we have written the code manually. Okay, so now what we can do, if we want, we can import this function that is being created by me. So let me just show you how to do this. I will say import API forward slash services forward slash API. I will import this API, and instead of writing this entire code over here inside of this block, what I can do is I will show you the one more way by which we can do this. Okay, so I will comment out this particular piece of code. I will come over here. I will make use of the try and catch block. Okay, so if there is any error, console log the error message. I will be console log that error message over here. Then I will say constant data is equal to, I will make use the await function. Await keyword because it is a async function. I will say await API dot register, and inside of this I will pass the username, email, and password over here. Okay, and whatever is the data I am getting, I will console log it out. Console log the data. Okay, so let me just okay, it is showing error for the Axios because we have not installed the Axios. Okay, so I will do the npm I Axios in the front end. Inside of the login, I'll go to the register page over again, and I'll try to register. Okay, so this user has been registered. Now if I go to my MongoDB and I refresh, user 13 is there. Okay, so this way, this is a much better way to create the function. So first of all, we define all the functions over here, and yeah, this is the way of maintaining the code structure. So now when it comes to the login, let me just show you how to write the code for the login page. Okay, so let me just go over here, and I will again make use of the try and catch. And if there is any error, I will be consoling log that error over here. And when it comes to the logging in, I will say constant data is equal to await API dot login. Okay, so now I have to import this API first. Import API from services API. Okay, so I have imported this, and this is basically the async function. That's why it is highlighting this await. Okay, so in from this APIs, I will be getting this login function. This function I will take. And when it comes to the login in, I will pass on the email, and we can do something like this also. Like if suppose this variable name is something else, okay? So when it comes to the this login process, it will take the user data and it will pass on the payload. Okay, so over here, what this is the payload, this second parameter, which is user data, which we are passing from the login. So we can say the email colon email password colon password because these are the attributes from the DB. Okay, so if we go to the backend and if we go to the users, so username, email, and password, these are the attributes of the backend. Okay, so that's why we are assigning this email variable to this email attribute of the database, and this password we are assigning to the password value or the attribute of the database. Okay, so if suppose this was something like the email one, then we would have assigned it like this. Okay, that we are doing this in this way, this manner or this format because we don't want to create a clash. Okay, because when it comes to the model, there is this keywords. Okay, so it should match. I just hope the people are not getting confused. Or to be on the safer side, let's just give the same names. Okay, so I think this should work fine. Don't get confused. And then what we are doing is we console log the data, but when it comes to the logging in, we are getting the token. Okay, so we will set this token in the local storage. So what I will do, I will local storage dot set item, and then I will set my token local. So now let me just show you the local storage over here. So in my local storage, this token is already been present because I have already logged in yesterday while building this application. So what you can do, you can go to the application and instead of the local storage for 5173, this variable token is already present. So what you can do, you can just remove it. So let me just log in and show you. I will log in with this user over here. I just hope my password is correct because I don't quite really remember the password. I will click on login. So yeah, token has been set because my username, email and password is correct and I'm getting this token. And with the help of this local storage or set item token, I have set the token which I have received from the front end side. Okay. So yeah, so this is how we log in, and this is how we are setting up the token. So whatever name you give the set item token I have given. Okay, so in my backend, if I just go over here, this is the key. That token, whatever name that we give over here, that will come as a key, and value is basically the token value, which is the data dot token. Okay, so this is how we have set our token. And yeah, so that's all about setting up the token. And now our next is basically the creating the post. So what I will do, I will show you all how to create a post. So if I go to create, so there is this create post page which we have to design in order to create the post. Okay, so whatever post we create, it should go to the backend. So let me just copy some of the code. I will go to the register. I will copy this, and I want this use state. So I will copy this as well, and I will change the variables. Okay. So when it comes to the post, post is basically having the title, content, author, and date is set automatically. Okay. So I will come over here. First, I want is first parameter I want to set is title, and I will declare as the title, set title, and the second is content, set content, and third is basically author, which will be the author will be automatically assigned with the help of the token. Okay, so don't worry about that. I think this much is fine. Then we will be importing the token over here. So I will say constant token is equal to local storage dot get item, and I will give the name of the key token. Okay, so whatever token that we have set over here inside of the application, this token, I will get this value of the token by giving the name of the key. Okay, so I will say local storage get item token, and key value I have given, I will get the value of the token over here. Okay, so this has been done, and now let's just come over here and start building the create post. Okay, so for this purpose, I will make use of the form, and inside of the form, I will have the title and the content and the button. Okay, so let me just go to the register only and pick up the code from here. Let me just copy paste it. Okay, so now when it comes to the creating the post, it will first take the title. Okay, so let me just set the value as a title over here, and on change is basically whenever the field value of the title will be changed, it will set the title over here. And the next is content and set content. Okay, so I will paste that over here. This field is not required, but the two fields are enough. And I will give the name as a create post. Okay, so if I go to my DB, if I check inside of the post, there is already one post has been created, which I have done yesterday while testing this application. Okay, so now what I will do, I will use the same function, and instead of the API.register, I will use API.create post. Okay, so I will come over here, create post, and inside of these parameters, it will basically take the title and the content. Okay, I will copy this title and content password is not required. So basically what is happening over here, if we check the model of the post, it is the things which are required is title, content, and author is required. Okay, so author will be assigned from the token, and date is basically default date dot now. Whatever is the current date on the time at which post has been created, it will auto assign. Okay, so don't worry about that. So I will assign this particular parameters, and my second part will be token. Okay, so if we check the definition of the create post, so if I go to the create post, it is taking two parameters. First is the payload and second one is the token. Okay, so now what it will do, it will take this token and then it will automatically assign the user to this particular post. So now I will come over here, I will save this, and I will say first post, content of the first post. I will come to the console and return. Okay, so over here, the type has been given as email, which is wrong. Okay, so this is the content. We will make it a text area, and it will not have the type. Just images. Let me just save. So I will click on create post. API is not defined. Let me see. API is not defined. It is saying so. Okay, so we have to import the API. Request failed with status code 401. It is saying it's unauthorized, so we have to check why it is giving the unauthorized error. Okay, so the issue is with the header over here. Yesterday, while testing, we have set the authorization like this. Okay, so authorization. program, and we have to make use of this other codes. So this should work fine with this. Okay, so now our post has been created and I got this response. So now if I go to my post and if I'm refreshing it, so my post has been created. Okay, so this has been done. So now what we will do is we will go to my home page and we will see how to get all the posts. You have to just fetch all the posts and show them over here on the home page. Okay, so I will go to my home page. I will give the name as a blog website and I will create one variable post.get post and I'll make use of the use state over here, use state who to set all the post of what I am getting from the backend. So now what I will do is I will make use of the use effect. Okay, so use effect hook, which we have already seen, and when it comes to the use effect, we will use it to fetch the data. I will say constant fetch post, and this is the async operation over here. And right now, what I will do, I will get the data. Let's say constant data is equal to await API dot get post, and for that we have to first import the API from services, and I will get the data. I will give the console log on the data, and then I will use the get post function, and I will assign that data to this. Okay, so this variable, and now I will get all the posts. So now this will not run because we have to call this function. I will come down below over here and I will call this fetch post function. So when the user effect will run, uh, we will be able to get all the posts over here. Okay, so I'm keeping this array as empty because I want this to run only for the first time, not every time. So yeah, so that's all about the getting the post. Now whatever post we are getting, we have to just render them. Okay, so for that purpose, I will make use of the unordered list, and inside of this, I will make use of the mapper function, and I will say post.map post, which are posts multiple posts. I will map and get the individual post, and I will display all those posts over here. So I will create a list item and let me just do one thing. I will come over here. I will mix with the h2 tag, and inside of the h2 tag, I will give the title to the post dot title, and then I'm having the field tag. Inside of the field tag, I will give the post dot content, and then I will give the name of the author over here. Okay, so I will make it a small tag, and by which author I will define that. I will say post dot username. Will give the name of the username, and it is throwing some error over here. So we are getting this error. Let me see why I'm getting this error. I will first log in with some user. Let me just see which user. It is giving the authorization error, I guess. Let me just log in first. Then I will go back and I will refresh the page. Request failed. Let me just create some post with the same user. Post one, content one, post two, content two. I created some post. Then I will go to my home page. Still, I'm not getting. It is saying unauthorized. But when it comes to the getting the request, okay. So sorry guys. This is the get method. Okay, so now as can be seen, we are able to see all the posts, which is the first post, second post, the number of the posts which are there in the backend, which are basically four posts are there. So now we are able to see all those posts over here on the front end side. We were getting that error because I forgot to change this from post to the get because I copy pasted the above code down below. Okay, so now it is working fine. So now as can be seen, we are getting the post over here on our dashboard. So now if you want, you can apply some little bit of styling to this. It is not required, but we can do that. So I will create one index.css, or I will directly go and write all the CSS inside of the index.css only. So this should work fine. So what I will do right now, I will go to my home page and I want to apply little bit of styling over here which I can do. I will just give the class name. I will give the class name as a blog post to this, and this list items also there. So for this class name I will give the blog post style. Okay, so now what I will do, let uh, let me just save this. I will right click and click on inspect. So this is the unordered list. I don't want these dots. Okay, so this style type, I will give the value as none. Okay, so now as can be seen, those dots have gone. So now what I will do, I've applied this style to the blog post. Okay, so I will copy this is the blog post name over here. So I will go to my add.css. I am accessing the class, that's why dot. I will put a dot and then the class name, and I will give the same property and I will give the value as none. Okay, so because I don't want to see all those dots. And then we have this individual post over here. So I will give the background color and I will give some color which is little bit visible. Let me just give this one, and I'll give the padding left. From left side I want little bit of padding, and padding bottom also I will give the 10 pixels. I think this should work fine. And yeah, I will copy this and I will put this on the class blog post type. Okay. Okay, so now if I refresh, nothing is happening. Wait a minute. Sorry, I've given the wrong name. Now if I refresh, it is not working. Blog post style, I will come over here. Name is blog post style only, but why it is not working? Uh, Okay, I put that inside of the wrong file, so that's why it's not working. So now guys, I'm the same. I'm getting the first post, name of the post, content of the post, but author is not coming in the PC. I am not getting the author. Name of the author. Okay, so name of the author is coming as an ID, but we want to get the details of the author. Okay, okay, so author email and username we are getting. So now what we will do, we'll go to the post dot author dot username. Okay, so now we are getting the name of the author as well. If you want to give the email ID also, you can do that. I will again copy paste this, and inside of the username, I will give the name as email. Okay, so now yeah, you are getting the all the details like email as well. Okay, so if you see by this author and this is the email. Okay, so now our blog website is ready. So this is our simple blog website. So if you want, you can just change the styling of the login and all. So let me just put some very simple styling for this. I will go to the login and last name I will give, and then go to index dot. Let me just inspect it. I will say display flex, align item center, justify content center. I will do to get all the items at the center of the page, and yeah, that's all. And what else we have? So we have the spacing. I will give the name of the sections over here. So this is the first section, this is the second section. Let me just put this button also inside of this section. I will put the button inside of this section. Let me just format the document and give the same name. Same name over here as well. It is not required right now to apply the stylings, but this is really very easy and simple tutorial. Anyways, I will do it. So we are having these sections over here. So what I will do, I will give a little bit of margin top and down. So yeah, this looks okay, I guess. And after that, we have this main section. We have the login. I will give the one more as a password section over here. One more class I will give. And I will come over and refresh. Password section. We will use the display text property. Then item center. Justify content center to get the button at the center. And I will copy this and paste it over. Copy all these three properties, paste it over here. So again, now I got the button at the center of the page. And what else is left? You can put this for the same class for this as well. Let me see what is happening. Okay, so everything has been central aligned right now. It is not looking good, but yeah, fine. It's just a very simple tutorial. Just remove it anyways. So email and password you can enter, and this is our form. If you want, you can give the background color to it, like whatever you want. I'll give this background color, and padding I will give as a 10 pixels. Let me just give 40, and I will say margin top I will give as 100, and I can give the border radius. I can give the border radius as 5. This is the border radius, or you can give the 15 also, the way you want. I will copy this, and this I will apply on the form. I will say form style. I will go to my index, and there is my login. So I will copy this form style. I will give the name over here, and now if I refresh, it will retain the style. And I don't know how to make it look even much better. Let me just click on the inspect. So now this element is there. I will say margin left. I will give it a 10 pixels. Okay, let me just give it 15, 16, 7. Okay, this looks a bit better. Email style is there. So I will go to the login again, and I have to give the style on this. Okay, last name I will give it to this. I will refresh. So this is how you can modify the style. Then register is there. Register route. Okay, so again I have to modify this. So blog website is there. So let me just click on this blog website name. Uh, so this h1 tag is there. So what you can directly do is you can just go to this. There is just a center tag, just pick it up and put it as a center tag. So now the website will come at the center of the page. And how to make it look even much better. Create is also there. So you can, if you want, you can just keep on applying the styles. So I will go to the create post. So name, it came at the center, and I will give the name to all the classes over here. I will do one thing. I will copy this class and paste for this. So I think it almost came at the center. And title style is there. What else I have to restructure? This button is also there. I will put this button inside of this div and apply the same style for this. So that button is coming at the center of the page. And mostly I will just pick up the style from the previous one only. So I'll pick up this form style as well. Okay, I think this much is fine. I'm not doing much hard work here. I'm right now giving some random names, whatever is coming to my head. So I will just go to the create post and yeah, this is that class name. So this is how you can create a post with the help of this. And yeah, please design the rest of the pages. I won't be designing all the pages because this is really very easy and simple and very simple application which you can try as a beginner. And if you have any doubts, let me know in the comment section. So thanks for watching. This was all about how to create a blog website in MERN Stack. Thanks for watching, and if you're interested to learn MERN Stack, you can subscribe to my channel and watch my other videos. So see you all in my next tutorial. Thanks for watching.